Well, hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Terry Bontemps. Bontemps means good times in French, and I swear we're going to have a good time, okay? Now, before I even start by telling what I do and who I am, I want to give you guys today's takeaways, okay? Again, I talked about the free 45-minute discovery call, okay? My phone number is 916-470-3869. No one has even texted me yet. I guarantee you guys, if I was on this line, I'd be texting just to talk to me. I've got 40 years in. I bought real estate all over the United States, okay? But again, if not interested, I understand, okay? And I'm reading from a sheet. I want you guys to know I've got stuff all on my table right here. I got notes, I got props. I even got a 2x4. Why would I have a 2x4? Let me see if I can reach it. Everybody, I think, knows what a 2x4 is, right? This 2x4 is symbolic of when my daughter wanted to go to college and I didn't have the money. Okay? I didn't have the money. So when she said, Daddy, I'm ready for college and I need money, bam, it felt like somebody had hit me in the head with a 2x4. So I have that prop here. I might bring that up. I got all kinds of stuff here, you guys. And I'm just going to stay on track and show you. I'm going to give you the bullet points of what we're going to cover right now. So again, the free discovery call, take advantage of it. For people out there that are listening to me and you're not conventional. What I mean by conventional is you can go to the bank, you get a loan, you can work with a realtor, you can get a pre-qualification letter. This is for you also, but I want the people that have problems, that have issues. I call it being in the struggle. I want you to know that was me, okay? I didn't have it made on a silver platter. I didn't have it. I came from nothing to be who I am today. So if you got credit issues, you got money problems, you can't get a loan from banks, you can still be a millionaire. You can still pass generational wealth on to your family. Here's the thing. You can't do it conventional wise. You can't go to realtors and ask them to do things for you because you're not qualified. You can't go to the bank to get a loan because you're not qualified. But there is another way. You have to learn and do what I do in the unconventional world. Now, I'm not talking bad against realtors. I like realtors. I use realtors to sell my houses. But realtors can't help you if you're not conventional. If you're unconventionals, realtors cannot help you. But there is a way, and I'm going to show you $1 million property that I was able to pick up. I did not use a bank. I did not use a realtor. Okay. I didn't use my own money. And today, that was 1999, and today that property is worth $600,000. So if I would have listened to a realtor or listened to a banker, I would have never been able to provide generational wealth for my family. Again, full disclosure, not talking bad against realtors, but they just don't have a program for you that are unconventional. So I want to make sure if you're unconventional and you're struggling right now and you need to make some money, let me tell you, real estate is the way to go, okay? I want to tell you how important it is to have a mentor. I got 3 mentors. I got more than that now. I had 3 mentors that were very influential in my life, okay? Carl Dexter, I had Ron LeGrand, and my uncle Austin. I'm going to tell you guys a story about them. There's 2 ways you guys going to learn. Let me just be straight up front with honest with you. There's 2 ways you're going to learn. It's going to be the school of hard knocks, which comes with the do-it-yourself, or you can get a mentor. You make your mind up. I'm just here to let you know what has made me successful and why I'm the guy I am today is because of my mentors. I love them. The gurus, I love them because they showed me a vision. I was a guy working at a job. They showed me a vision of what is possible. And glad I went to the seminar, glad I whipped out the credit card because guess what? Real estate works. You know it and I know it because there's plenty of people doing really well. Just look at HGTV. Just look at YouTube. Okay, look at all the people making money in real estate. Okay, I've got 355 videos on YouTube myself, right? So if you want to do some research, just go to YouTube, punch in my name. All right, so I'm going to tell you about my daughter. My daughter's Tiffany. Everybody has someone like Tiffany. Tiffany was ready for college. I didn't have the money. I was broke. And when she said, Daddy, I want to go to college, and I couldn't pay for it, I said, the heck with that. I'm going back to real estate, and I'm going to be dead serious. I'm going to tell you the story about my daughter, Tiffany. Someone is depending on you guys to provide the finances to help build generational wealth and help them achieve their goal. And if you want to do real estate, you can pay for your family members' dreams. Real estate. Okay, I love it. I love real estate. That's what's so excited. I've got 40 years in, and I'm super pumped, super excited about real estate because it changed my life. You guys, I'm serious. You're on the right track. Okay, you could do it yourself, or you can get a mentor. You're gonna pay the price one way or the other. One time doing it yourself, and you blow it, and you make a mistake, you would have paid for a mentor. You guys just don't know how much knowledge I have. Ah, it's incredible. So I'm going to 10x your learning curve. Hey, when you're out in the field, Terry, hey, I got a question. Boom, you get on the phone and call me. Don't try to figure it out yourself, but go ahead if you want to. Call the School of Hard Knocks. All right, again, we're going to talk about leaving a legacy for your family. My family has a legacy. We already have a revocable trust, a living revocable trust set up. So if something happens to me, my assets go to my family. I have it in a trust because I don't want it public information. If you're on this call and you got real estate, please, 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 please put your properties in some kind of asset protection. Because if you get into a lawsuit, that lawsuit's going to attach to all your properties. Your real estate empire, your real estate fortune could be taken away from you. Hey, again, my name is Terry Bontemps. I'm a real estate trainer, coach. I still don't see anybody texting in. 916-470-3869, free 45-minute one-on-one discovery call. You see how much I've given so far. All right, good. Again, my name is Terry Bontemps. I'm a real estate investor, coach, trainer, millionaire real estate mentor. I got 40 years of real estate investing experience. I bought my first house when I was 20 years old in 1980. I've been around a long time, you guys. I wear a hat to keep the gray hairs from showing. I teach men and women just like you how to invest in real estate, make money, build wealth, and be millionaires. Yep, that's right. My students are making some of the most money per deal in the United States. My students have made over $4 million in profits. My top student, come on, you guys, pay attention here. My top student made $1.2 million in 1 hour. How'd he do it? He bought a foreclosure property from the bank. It was a commercial foreclosure property. $1.2 million in 1 hour. Go to my YouTube page, put it in there, verify. You'll hear me and him talking on the phone, just like I'm talking to you. Another one of my coaching students made $400,000 in 9 months, you guys. $400,000 in 9 months. Again, buying these loans, buying these foreclosures from banks. That's what I'm an expert on. See, they did it because I taught them what I know. I'm a leading authority, okay? I'm the leading authority on buying foreclosure property, buying loans, buying notes from banks. I've been doing this since 2001. Oh, 20 years ago. 2001, I've been doing this. I've done it in Arizona, Nevada, California, New York, Florida, and Illinois. One time I tried to buy 174 loans, you guys, from a bank in Oakland, California. Look at me. 174 loans from a bank that was valued at $40 million. My largest deal so far that I worked on. I was going to flip it to a hedge fund. If you're a wholesaler, check this out. Buy it 174 loans from a bank, flipped it to a hedge fund. The hedge fund offered $22 million. I would have got a 1% flip fee, which is $220,000. That deal didn't go through, but boy, did I learn a lot about banks and hedge funds. See, I want to be the bank. I buy these loans, and then I become the bank for the person that's making the payments. So let's say someone's in foreclosures making payments to Wells Fargo. I buy the loan for Wells Fargo, and then that person has to make their payments to me. I am the bank. I've made $40,000 in 1 hour, $100,000 in 39 days. Uh-oh, starting to get too excited to pull my cord. $100,000 in 89 days. I made $100,000 in 110 days. I've got $6,000 of monthly passive cash flow. Okay, $1.6 million in equity. I'm not bragging, you guys. I'm just telling you what I got so you can understand who I am. It ain't bragging. Okay, it ain't bragging. Okay, I own all my rental properties free and clear. I have no debt on my rental properties. They all free and clear. I own my home free and clear. No debt. Why? Because I want those interest payments that the banks are making the money. I want to make that money because I am a bank. Terry Bontemps is a bank. I haven't had a job since 1992, okay? I don't have any debt. I don't have any mortgage debt. I don't have any automobile debt. I don't have no student loan debt. I don't have no credit card. I am debt-free. And I'm gonna tell you why I became debt-free. It's in my story. Again, I told you guys, I built generational wealth for my family. I've achieved financial freedom Financial freedom. There's no true freedom like financial freedom. I am financially free. Every day is mine. Real estate is great. You see that two-story pool there, split level? It was paid for by real estate. I'm going to talk about that, okay? Now, I started with nothing, scratch, zero, not a thing. But I saw something on TV. I seen an infomercial. Come on now. If you guys have seen those infomercials, I can see what Stacy's talking about. I got to get over here more to this side. Yes. You guys seen those infomercials on TV, right? Come to this real estate seminar. Yes. And we will show you how to do real estate. So I come in the room and they said, hey, Terry, sit right up here in the front row. I said, yes, I will, because I want to get what you guys are talking about. I want some of that stuff that real estate is able to afford. So they started talking. They said, okay, Terry, now we're going to have another seminar this weekend in 3 days, and you got to pay X number of dollars. I said, good. You know what? Let's do this. Let's do this. Boom. What did I do? Whoa. I whipped out that credit card, you guys. I sure did. You know what I told them? Look, try it on this credit card, and you might have to put it on this credit card too to cover the balance. And if you need more than that, well, I'm gonna have to figure out how to do it, because I was working at a dead-end job. I was working at a dead-end job with a boss that was working me to death around the clock, and I was still broke working at that job. Said, you know what? There's got to be another way. There's got to be another way. So, signed up. In that one seminar, the guy said, buy notes, buy properties, buy the paper, and you could end up owning the real estate. Buy the note from the bank, you could end up owning the real estate. I had no clue what he was talking about. See, that's a mentor. I didn't know that. I wasn't smart enough. I didn't graduate from college. I didn't understand that. He said, go buy the note. So what did I do? I went back and bought the note. The guy I'm talking about had bought 2,000 houses, you guys. So who am I not to listen to this smart person? That's what I do. I find smart people. I get around them. I soak them up for information so that I can make my world better. That's a mentor for you. Fast, 10x, quick, quick, quick. So I bought my first note. I paid $1,200 for a note, you guys. It was a third mortgage. If any of you know about notes, third mortgage is a dangerous position. But I didn't know any better. I just did what he told me to do. So I bought that note, you guys. I sat on it for a year. I didn't know what to do. I can't remember what he even told me to do. 1 year later, I get a phone call. It's the title company. Title company says, hey, they're selling their house. They owe you some money. And I go, whoa, how do you figure it out? I don't even know how to do this stuff. They said, bring your paperwork in. The reason we know you're the lien holder is because you have a lien recorded against the property as a bank. All right. Found out I made $9,200. $9,200 1 year later. I didn't touch the property. I didn't fix and flip it. I didn't go to Lowe's. I didn't go to Home Depot. I didn't have to deal with contractors. I didn't deal with tenants, toilets, and trash. Boom. I was the bank. Now, that probably doesn't sound like a lot of money to you guys, but I'm going to talk to you guys about return on investment, which we as real estate investors should understand thoroughly. That was a 700% return on my money. Invest 1,200, make 9,200. 700% ROI on my money. That's passive income. All right, so let me get going here. You guys know this, right? Let me see. Hope you see it. The rich don't work for money. We all know that. They don't have jobs. They have money work for them. See, I'm going to show you how that's done right here today, right now. I'm going to show you how it's done. It's something I've been doing for the last 19 years. This is not a TED Talk, you guys. This is not some Toastmasters meeting. This is not conjecture. This is something I've been doing for the last 19 years. Now, in order for you guys to build wealth and have wealth, okay, you have to know how wealth is built. In order for you to have and build wealth, you must know how wealth is built. 90% of this country's millionaires, 90% of this country's millionaires created their wealth in real estate. That's good odds. Oh, when I heard that, I'm like, shit, I can get in that group. You know what I mean? 100% means it's automatic for me. But 90, I think I'm pretty intelligent. I think I can make this work. I can follow directions. I can work my tail end off. The predominant way wealth is built in this country is by owning real estate. Here's what happens. Most of us have not seen wealth and the creation of wealth in our families, in our communities. Most of us haven't. They haven't taught us personally how it's made. We can look at other people. Everybody around us is making money and they got systems. But some of you on this call right now, you haven't been taught that. So you have to go out and figure it out. Okay, nothing wrong with that. But see, I was lucky. I had an uncle. I'm going to talk about one of my mentors. I had an uncle that was my mentor. He was rich. When I was a teenager, it was something about him that was different than all my family members. And I gravitated to him for some reason. So we're sitting around. And I said, Unc, what do you do for a job? Now, see, I didn't know he was rich. He was just a guy that wore Levi's and a t-shirt and drove a raggedy van. You wouldn't know he was a millionaire. I said, Unc, what do you do for a job? What do you do for work? He says, I don't have no job. I own real estate. And so as a teenager, I'm going, what the hell is real estate? I don't know what real estate is. Well, okay, tell me a little bit more. He says, I own a duplex. I live on one side. The tenants live on the other side. They pay my rent, my mortgage, my expenses, my clothes, my car. And I said, what? What? It didn't come to me. He said, son, look here. Pay attention, damn it. He said, look, I live on one side. The tenant lives on the other side. They pay for all of my expenses. That's the reason I don't need a job. I went, what? So what are you telling me? He said, look, what I want you to do, I want you to save your money. Save your money. I want you to buy a house, okay? And I want you to pay it off. Save your money, buy a house, pay it off. Wow. Best advice I've ever got in my whole life. Can you see now why I'm debt free? Now, it didn't go like that easy because I lost 2 houses to foreclosure in this process. And then on the second foreclosure, I went, you know what? I'm tired of the banks taking my real estate empire. Once I try to build something up and a recession sets in, I get wiped out. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to do what my uncle told me. My uncle told me to save my money, buy a house, and pay it off. That's why I'm debt free now. Best advice I've ever received. Again, see the value of a mentor, you guys. Just those words, save your money, buy a house, pay it off, has allowed me to be financially free. A lot of people, again, I'm not knocking people. Most people tell you to go out and leverage, borrow, 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 borrow. I'm not saying they're wrong, but guess what? Debt is dangerous, you guys. Debt has to be paid back. I've been through 3 recessions, 2001, the 9/11 bombings, 2008, the Great Recession, 2020, COVID. Guess what? COVID didn't affect me at all, you guys, because I kept my cash flow. I had one tenant that wasn't paying. I had to evict them because they were destroying my house, which I'm legally obligated. I can do that. I feel for people that are going through COVID and can't make their payments. I have tenants like that also. But this one tenant destroyed the property. I was able to evict. That didn't upset my cart, right? Because I did not have any debt on that property and I still had cash flow. So I'm going to give you guys a bit of advice right here. If you're out doing real estate, be careful of debt because another recession is coming, you guys. And all that hard work you put in, you're over leveraged, okay? You will lose. The 2008 Great Recession, so many investors were over leveraged, property values dropped, and what happened? Bam, went out of business. That may be you. You may be recovering right now, but guess what? If you start buying real estate without using banks and without using realtors, start doing the unconventional stuff, you get right back into the game. So my advice for you guys, my number is 916-470-3869. Text mentor so we can have a 45-minute one-on-one discovery session. Let's talk about it. See if I'm a good fit for you, you're a good fit for me. Let's talk about the house. $1 million I have coming from this house, and I did it without money. I did it without credit. I did it without realtors, and I dealt with banks. Before I go further, I want you guys to do this. I want you guys to put $1 million in your calculator. Please follow me, you guys. I want you guys to get this. I don't want you sitting there falling asleep, nodding off. I'm trying to be loud vocal. I'm waving my hands. I'm trying to entertain you, but I also want to teach you. please put $1 million in your calculator. Why? Because that could be the amount of money. You got to see it first. See, $1 million just doesn't come up. You got to see it. You got to see how you're going to earn it. So $1 million could be in your bank account. It could be your net worth. It could be the inheritance to your children. It could be a business that you've sold. Okay. It could be real estate owned. Uh-oh, I see Stacy up there. Stacy's got her $1 million. Come on, you guys, play all out, because we're going to talk about some things today. I'm going to talk about money, investing, real estate, building wealth, estate planning, and debt-free living. And we are going to use the calculator. You cannot be an investor if you're not using your calculator to run your numbers. If you do, you're using emotion, you're guessing, and it eventually is going to crush you. You must know how to run your numbers to tell if a deal is a good deal or a deal is a bad deal. I told you earlier, one of my students made $1.2 million in 1 hour. Another student made $400,000 in 9 months. I want you guys to write on a piece of paper which deal is the best deal. 1.2 million or the 400,000? Which deal is the best deal? I'm going to show you how to put it in your calculator so that you guys will know yourself. Put it on a piece of paper, you guys. All right, now let's do one more thing. We're going to talk about return on investment. Return on investment. We as investors, we like to multiply, grow, and make our money multiply. And we do that, we get a return on our investment. We get a return on our investments, ROI. So the formula for calculating ROI is your profit divided by your investment. Your profit divided by your investment. Please write that down so that you'll have it. My student Holly, the one that made the $400,000, okay, in 9 months, she bought 18 notes from this bank. She made $400,000 on one deal. She borrowed $100,000 from family and friends to buy all those notes. One deal, she was able to pay them back. She's got $300,000 in profit and 17 more deals. Now, Holly paid $25,000 for that coaching program. It was with the big people, the Than Merrills and the Robert Allens. Some of you are going, wow, that's a lot of money. But now remember, we're just going to talk about this one deal where she made $400,000, but she invested $25,000. So here's what I want you guys to do. Grab your calculator. Again, it's profit divided by investment. So Holly's profit was $400,000. Put that in your calculator, please. Put $400,000 in the calculator. All right. And then she invested $25,000. So divide by 25,000. Okay, divided by 25,000. Then hit equals. And you'll see a 16. But you have to move the decimal places 2 places to the right or multiply it by 100. That return for Holly was 1,600% for that education and training. So what am I asking you guys? Was that a good investment? She invested in herself. She learned a strategy. She went out into the market, increased her net worth $1.5 million. Incredible. So again, it's your profit, which is $400,000. You know, I did that wrong. No, I didn't. That was her investment. She invested $25,000. Again, that's a 1,600% return. My student that made the 1.2 million, he invested $110,000. He went to a bank and he said, I want to buy a building. The bank says, we can't sell it to you because we don't own it, but we will sell you the note. Guess what he did? He went on the internet, went on YouTube, and guess who he found? That's right, he found me. So he said, Terry, train me. And I said, yes, I will. He's already a millionaire. He already owns commercial property. He just needed one little thing. One little thing. See, you guys, real estate for you guys is like this Rubik's Cube. There's so many pieces. I mean, you guys have been on a whole day. You've been on part of the day. Every time you turn it, you see something different. But me, I've got this Rubik's Cube figured out. I know exactly how to turn it so that it lines up. That's how real estate is. It's kind of confusing. A lot of pieces, a lot of stuff, marketing, selling, buying, finding motivated sellers, CRM management. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's a lot. To try to figure it out on your own, you guys, good luck. But if you find someone that already has a system, cut your learning time, cuts it down tremendously. So Ron goes in to the bank after I train him. The bank property was worth $1.3 million, a commercial property, 70,000 square feet. 1 acre of land, $1.3 million. The bank was asking $850,000. Okay, I'm sorry, they were owed $850,000. They were asking $300,000 to buy the note, the mortgage. My student offered $110,000. Listen at this, you guys. My student was offered $110,000. The bank accepted. So now he has the note. He's the new bank. He goes to the owner and he gets the deed to the property. Subject to. Come on, I know you guys heard about subject to, but how do you make it work, Terry? How do you build wealth with it? All right, you get the paper, and then you get the deed. Now you own the property. So now my student owns the property because he got the deed. Let's see what his return on his investment is, his return on his investment. Again, he made $1.2 million. Please put that in your calculator. $1.2 million. There you go, $1.2 million, you guys. His investment was $110,000. So divided by 110, $10.90, but you have to move it 2 places to the right. So multiply that by 100. His return on investment was 1,090%. 1,090%. That is amazing. But see, if you don't know about these things, okay, people are making money and building wealth all the time. That's why you got all these YouTube videos, all these HGTV. You guys are trying to get into the business. You are in the business or you're advanced. This is the power of real estate. I once heard that there's 1,000 ways to make money in real estate, and there's only one is paying cash. So Terry, tell us about that house. Tell us about that property that you got with no realtor. You could use no banks. You didn't use any of your money. You didn't have to use any credit. All right, again. I bought this property in 1999. Some of you are going, wow, Terry, that's so long ago, and it doesn't apply to what we're doing today. Wrong. My market right now, as a real estate investor, a buy and hold investor, I'm prospering right now, guys. Hey, let me ask you this. Did property values go down or up during COVID and after COVID? Through the roof. All of us buy and hold people, we're like, yes, it's our party. Yes. I get wholesalers calling me all the time. Not talking bad against wholesalers. Just listen to Uncle Terry talk, okay? He's telling stories. It's story time. How to prosper. I get wholesalers calling me all the time. Hey, Terry, the market sucks. And I have to hold my mouth because I don't want to laugh. Terry, we can't find no deals. I said, you know why? It's a landlord. It's a property owner's market right now. Hey, if you're a wholesaler and a fix and flipper, please listen to me. I got 40 years experience. You got to hold some of this stuff, you guys. You're flipping everything. You're flipping everything. Okay? You're flipping everything. You're making a little money. But look at the cash buyer. The cash buyer's getting rich. They're making a little money, a little bit more money. But the landlords, the property owners, again, I bought this for $64,000 in 1999. I have a property I've been owning since 1983. The property value just keeps going up and up and up. That's where I get the generational wealth for my family. I could sell those houses, but I don't because I don't need the money. I have enough cash flow coming in. So I'm holding the asset forever and ever. It's the golden goose. It's the holy grail of real estate. Keep producing month after month after month after month, and the property goes up and up and up. So in 1999, $64,000 what I bought it for. I got $640 the first month. The first month I bought it, $640 cash flow. Here we are today in 2021. $600,000 is what it's worth. I got $2,100 a month coming in of cash flow. I have no debt. No debt, but $2,100 coming in each and every month. Can I ask you guys a question? If someone else could make your house payment for you so you don't have to do it because you own real estate. Would that make you happy? I can hear you say, yes, Terry, that'd make me happy. So again, I'm getting $2,100 a month. What could that $2,100 a month do for you? One property, you guys, without using your credit, without using banks, without using realtors, without using any money. What would $2,100 a month do for you? That's real estate. What if somebody could make your car payment? Okay, if somebody else could make your car payment, would that make you happy? You say, yes, Terry, that would make me happy. If someone else, because you own real estate, would pay for your next family vacation, would that make you happy? See, I just came back from Hawaii maybe a couple years ago, renewed my vows with my wife, my children. They said, Dad, let's go to Hawaii. I said, great. You guys spend money, not all my money, but spend some money, entertain us. That real estate paid for my trip to Hawaii. How about if real estate could pay for your kids or grandkids' college education? That's what we're talking about right now. That one property, $2,100 a month, would that pay somebody's kids or college, your grandkids' college education? Raise your hand. I can see you out there. I can't really see you, but I think I can see you. Come on now, let me know. That's what real estate does. How about the swimming pool? I've always wanted a great backyard, a staycation. I started working on the staycation before COVID. COVID hits, I finished it up, and I'm like, wow, this is paradise. I never have to leave, and I'm gonna jump in it once we're finished. If real estate could pay for your house, your car, your vacations, and put your kids through college education, and still put money in the bank, would that make you happy? You guys go to hell yes, Terry. Come on, man. Let's keep it going. Yes, that's real estate. You guys are in the right place, the right time. Real estate works. You know it, and I know it. Okay, but you got to get a plan. You got to get a way to make this money and build that wealth. That's why I'm emphasizing the mentor. Okay, emphasizing the mentor. So again, let's take that property. This is going to be a good one, you guys. Okay, I bought the property in 1999, $64,000, $640 a month cash flow. Today it's worth, you see, I'm trying to get the paper. Today, 2021, it's worth $600,000. I got $2,100 a month cash flow. So what am I going to do is this. I'm going to take the average cash flow. I have average cash flow per month over those 22 years of $1,370 a month. I just took $1,370 a month, you guys, as the average rent. I multiplied it by 12. Put the calculator if you can. That's $16,440 a year, average. Go down to this line where my finger's at. I can't move. That one is stuck. It's weird doing this in reverse. Take 16,440, multiply by 20 years. Look what I've gotten rent average, $361,680 from this free house. I'm gonna call it a free house. I'm gonna tell you why it's a free house. That's rental income that I have coming in, plus that $600,000. So see, that's almost $1 million, you guys. And I will never sell this property. I will never sell the property. Why? Because we're talking about building generational wealth today so you can pass on a legacy to your family, you guys. That's why you want to buy and hold, okay? Hold some of this for yourself so you can have some wealth. Let me show you the $1 million. Again, I got $361,680 over 22 years of holding this property. It's worth $600 now, $961,680, you guys. That's almost $1 million. It's almost $1 million from a house that I didn't have to have credit, money, a job, a real estate license. I didn't need banker's permission. Yeah, there we go. That's generational wealth. Again, it's in my revocable trust. I'm giving it to my family. Now I know something here. If you guys didn't have to go to work for a job, if you didn't have to go to a job to make money, what would you be doing in life right now? If you didn't have to work for money, give me a second while I check my time. Got all these things going on, these buttons and calculators and Rubik's Cubes and 2x4s. $9:34. Give me a second while I take a deep breath too. Woo! Are we having fun, you guys? Are we having a good time? Man, I'm telling you what, if you guys ain't loving this, and if you're not loving what Stacy's doing, with REI USA. Rock. Yes, I can see it. You rock, Terry. Come on, you guys. Give me some love, some flowers, anything. I'm just trying to pump you guys up because I know you guys, some of you are in the struggle. Like the kids cost, COVID cost. When COVID hit, some of you lost your jobs. Some of you may, I'm going to tell you this right now, you guys. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. If you are having house problems and you can't make your your house payments, and you got a payment modification that you may not be able to make, you need to text me right now and say, Terry, I need foreclosure help. I'm an expert at this. I can help you keep your home with what I do. Okay, come on, you guys. You better use the resources. I don't know why you guys are sleeping out there. Pick up the phone, text me, mentor, text me. I need foreclosure help. But again, thanks Stacy for the brilliant vision she has. Thank all these instructors that are donating their time. Come on, you guys. Fan Merrill is training people. I don't know if he's doing it now. You got all kinds of people teaching real estate, teaching how to wholesale. There are so many people teaching. And if you're trying to go out here and do it on your own, oh my gosh. If you don't have the money, I can see doing that. That's what I did. I made some money and I said, okay, look, I need more. I need more because I just don't have enough. But you need somebody that's going to help you, support you, mentor you, coach you, teach you, train you on how to build wealth. That was the beginning of my presentation. In order to build and have and create wealth, you guys, you got to know how it's done, because most of you, I'm not saying all, have never had it done. Your family members were not rich. They didn't have real estate. They didn't have businesses. They didn't, their families, their parents didn't hand down wealth, okay? Like me. I love my mom and dad. They made me who I am, okay? They work for a job. All my family members, cousins, nieces, nephews, uncles, aunts, generations, my friends, everybody, 99% of the people went to a job, except for my uncle Austin. Terry, save your money, buy a house, pay it off. Man, I'm practically in tears right now because he saved me. He saved me from going to a dead-end job, looking for a watch. Now, again, you guys, if you got a job, please, I'm not trying to talk down to you, but I just knew I had a different mind when I was coming up. I was different. I didn't want to go to a job. I wanted to be the boss, the entrepreneur, the shot caller, the owner. I wanted to have equity. I wanted to own. I wanted an empire. I wanted to own. And my uncle said, save your money, buy a house, pay it off. When I went to that seminar, the guy said, hey, buy these loans on these properties. And then the owner may give it to you and then you'll own the house. Buy the note, be the bank, get rich. I never heard that before. And I will tell you this right now, you guys, 99% of the people don't know anything about what I'm talking about. Being the bank. Everybody wants to be a wholesaler. Everybody wants to wholesale. Everybody wants to wholesale. Everybody wants to fix and flip. Everybody wants to fix and flip. They got to make a show about what it takes to be the bank. What it takes to be the bank. I own people's mortgages. They make their monthly payments to me instead of Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and Chase. I have every right that those big banks do. I'm a foreclosure expert. Let me tell you about how I got that house. I didn't even take a sip of water, did I? See, I get passionate about this. And if you ain't passionate and if you ain't excited, nothing great was ever achieved without great enthusiasm, you guys. Nothing great was ever achieved without great enthusiasm. So Stacy says, hey, look, this guy's a fireball. This guy comes with it. Stacy's like, man, Terry, woo, woo, woo. Dude, I'm tired just listening to you and looking at you. Why? Why am I this way? Because I was broke. I was poor. I couldn't pay for my daughter's college education. And when she said, Daddy, I want to go to school. I want to go to school. I want to go to college. I want to go to Arizona State University. It seemed like somebody read back and just, bam, hit me right in the head. She did everything right. She did everything right. She class president, no pregnancy, no gangs, drugs, no boys, no pregnancy. She did it right. But I felt like a failure. I felt like a failure because I didn't have the money. I loved karate, you guys. I love, still am taking that sip of water. Dang it. I got to stop. I used to have karate schools. I loved karate. I loved karate. I loved it. I was the next Bruce Lee in my head. I seen that, but it didn't work out that way. I had two karate schools I had opened up. I'm gonna tell you about my third mentor. His name is Carl Dexter. I had two karate schools I opened up. That's when Tiffany came to me and said, Daddy, I'm ready to go to college. I didn't have the money. I was living the American dream. I was an entrepreneur living the American dream. I owned my own business, but I didn't have any what, you guys? I didn't have any money. I didn't have any money. How many are like that? You're doing what you like, but you don't have any what? Money. I decided to shut the school down because I wasn't making any money. A good friend of mine that I went to school with, I knew he was a real estate investor. I knew he was successful, you guys. I just didn't know how successful. His daughter was in my karate class. He said, Terry, you can teach out of my garage for your last few students. My daughter loves you as a karate instructor. I have a 4th degree black belt in Taekwondo, a 1st degree in Kempo karate. I loved it, years and years and years in martial arts. The first day I went to his house, I was driving. And it seemed like I went from the low income neighborhood, the middle income neighborhood, then all of a sudden it started being upper real estate, right? Upper neighborhoods, like, wow. And I'm like, wait a minute, I must be going the wrong place. And as I kept going, I pull up in front of Carl's house. Carl's got this big, beautiful 2-story, gorgeous, in a gated community. A guy that I went to school with, a guy that I grew up with. I'm living over here in this area, and Carl's living he's living up here somewhere, right? I'm jealous. I'm gonna just be honest with you guys. I'm jealous of where Carl is living. So I asked Carl, I said, Carl, how did you get this house? Listen, you guys, he said, I bought the house from the developer that went bankrupt. I bought the house from the builder that went bankrupt. I'm going, wait a minute, dude, you are freaking smart. You are freaking smart. I can see that you're smart. I just didn't know. Carl showed me check after check after check after check after check after check after check that he had made in real estate. I'm like, whoa, I got a new mentor. I said, hey, man, you got to teach me. I'm up against it. What did you do to make all this money? He said, Terry, I started knocking on the doors of homeowners in foreclosure. He was a door knocker. I said, guess what? Guess what? That's what I'm going to do. Sun up to sundown, I'm going to knock on doors so I can be successful in real estate. It was either get rich or die trying for me, you guys. Because again, I had nothing to lose. My daughter was ready for college. I had no money. I was teaching karate because I didn't have no money. Had a dead end job. All that was working for me. Okay. I was in the struggle. So if you're in the struggle, please listen to me. You can do this real estate if you're in the struggle. So what did I do, you guys? All day, all night. I went to this house. This is the 600,000 house, you guys. I'm getting ready to give it to you. Pay attention. This is how I got this house. I knock on the door and I said, hey, is John there? The lady says, John just passed away. Wow. I said, you got 2 houses on one lot. The $600,000 property has a 1-bedroom, mother-in-law quarters in the back. It has a 3-bedroom house in the front. Okay? 2 houses on one lot. I said, sorry to hear that John passed away. I said, what are you going to do with those properties? She said, I'm going to give them back to the bank. I'm sorry, what are you going to do? I'm going to give them back to the bank, Terry. You know why? John was the real estate guy. I only want to spend time with my grandkids. You guys, come on now. What am I thinking? I said, I'd like to have them. I'd like to have them. Can I have those houses? She says, Terry, I'll give them to you. She didn't ask for no money. If I wouldn't have took those houses, they would have went to foreclosure. She didn't care because she was a grieving widow. She didn't like real estate. Her grandkids were more important than money. Can you guys understand? She wasn't emotionally tied to that house. See, I get this. From all these years now, I understand what that means to people. So she gave me the house, a free house. It was free. I've been given at least 10 free houses, you guys, 10 free houses from people because they didn't want them. 10 free houses that I could make money on. Ten free houses. If you don't know anything about this, you would not know what I'm talking about. And you will never, ever be able to do it unless someone shows you how it's done. If you would do it yourself, or good luck. You've heard about subject to, but how does it work? How do you build wealth? I've been doing it for the last 21 years. So there was $8,000 behind on those payments. $8,000 behind on the payments. I borrowed the $8,000 from my dad. I didn't have no money. I didn't have the credit. It was owed $64,000. But in 1999, the loan on that property was a VA loan that's not anybody could assume. That's the great thing about me being older than you guys. I was doing this a lot longer. There was a lot of benefits that I had back then. There's a lot of benefits you have today. So with that being said, you guys, I didn't need to qualify for no bank loan. If I would have went to a realtor and says, realtor, I'm interested in buying this house, what would they have said? Terry, you need a pre-qualification letter. So that means going to the bank and getting a loan. I couldn't have qualified. The $1 million that this property is going to generate for me, they would have denied me the American dream. This is America. Everybody deserves the American dream. Real estate agents and bankers ought to say, look, you can't qualify by conventional standards. And they say, go rent. And then you go rent for 10, 15, 20 years, 30 years, and you make your landlord rich. Disrupt real estate, disrupt real estate, disrupt real estate. Terry Bonton says, no. If you're out there and you're renting right now, you're paying rent, you can own a house. The house that I found where the lady gave it to me, you can do that, but you need me to coach and train you because that's what I do. I am an expert at dealing with people in foreclosures. I buy their loans from banks. Banks give me properties. They sent me 25 properties in Las Vegas. These notes, I bought 6 of them. Banks send me properties.